Welcome back to your wish fulfilled. How would you feel if you'd already attained everything? I invite you to take a beautiful deep breath and let yourself be comfortable and relaxed in this sacred now. As we dive deeper into living from a state of peace and freedom. In the last session, you learned about the two ways of living. One way is constantly striving, stressing, forcing, wanting things that don't exist, feeling bad, then running around to get things to hopefully feel better later. And you learn the new way, where you discover how to feel good now. Feel good first. And then act from a place of grace and peace, and naturally create and attain wealth, abundance, and success in your life, enjoying the moment, at peace with what is. In today's session, you're going to discover a revolutionary concept to transform your relationship with your life, with your past, to come into a feeling of gratitude and abundance in the now, and move into the future while enjoying all of the successes along the way. From lack to abundance. By doing this work, you will be able to release enormous amounts of energy that you can direct towards creating what matters most to your heart. So let's begin by exploring the gap and the gain, the lack and the abundance. The first step is simply to take a beautiful deep breath, allowing your body to soften, your mind to clear, and your heart to open to wisdom. Each breath just taking you deeper into that beautiful feeling of calm, peaceful awareness. And as you breathe now, cast your mind and heart on all the things that you're grateful for in your life right now. What are the blessings in your life? If you lost everything you had and had absolutely nothing, and then you started getting back things in your life that you enjoy, what are those things that you're grateful for? As you look back through your past, what are some of the moments, the magical moments that you've experienced? The good times, the learning, the growth. Imagine for a moment that you're standing on a path. Behind you is everything you've already experienced, accomplished, and become. All your successes, all the transformations and wonderful things that have happened in your life. Ahead of you is where you think you should be, the ideal, the goal, the next achievement. Looking up at the mountain of what is not occurred, what has not yet happened, and turning back, you see where you've come, how far you've reached. Right now, you are already high up the mountain, looking back on a huge success of many amazing experiences. Look how far you have come. Most of us have been conditioned to fixate on the gap between where we are now and where we want to be, and completely ignore how far we've come. This gap becomes a place from which we view our lives, from which we experience our emotions. And when we live in the lack or the gap, our attention is constantly measuring, how far do I still have to go? How much am I lacking? How much am I behind? Why am I not there yet? What's missing? The more we focus on what we don't have, the more stressed we become, and the more we ignore all of the wonderful blessings that are all around us. And what's worse, even when we reach the goal, if we have this habit, then we almost immediately set a new goal, never pausing to appreciate how far we've come. It's like standing with your back to the sunrise, staring into the darkness ahead, completely unaware of the golden light warming your back. Feel this in your body for a moment. Think about something you don't have and you want and you feel lacking. And just notice how it affects your body. That craving, that wanting, that lack, that dissatisfaction, the gap. This lack, where does it land? Maybe your shoulders tighten, or you feel a subtle leaning forward as if reaching for something just out of grasp. Noticing what's missing, what you want, what you don't have. Now imagine turning around and facing the beautiful sunrise, feeling the warmth of everything already unfolding beautifully in your life. noticing all the abundance you already have. This is the gain, this is the abundance. Rather than measuring yourself against an impossible ideal in the future, you measure against your own success, your own journey. Rather than yearning for what's missing, you savor what's present. Take a moment to feel what happens in your body as you shift your attention to what's already working, already beautiful, already yours. Just think of something you're grateful for. Think of the successes you already have right now. Your breath naturally deepens, your shoulders soften, your chest opens. The shift from lack to abundance, from the gap to the gain, changes everything. The more you spend time in the wealth, the abundance of what is, the more your life becomes blessed. And ironically, the more easy it is to manifest new things. Imagine a garden you're tending. If you focus only on what hasn't grown, what's imperfect, what's lacking as you move through your garden with tension, there's a stress. Your actions become harsh, impatient, reactive. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it growing? But if you focus on what's flourishing, what's beautiful, what's already thriving, you move with care. You move with a sense of freedom and wealth. You tend to your garden with appreciation. Your touch becomes gentle, your energy nurturing, relaxing. You enjoy yourself, and the garden responds accordingly. You intuitively know what to do, what to change. Your life is this garden. Your desires are the seeds you've planted. Your attention and energy determine how they grow. As you relax and know that the seeds that you hold in mind will become manifest, you can relax and enjoy the journey. When we fixate on closing the gap, on what's lacking, we activate our nervous system's stress response. We enter into the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, the stress. But when we focus on what's already gained and have faith in those seeds we've planted, our nervous system relaxes, our whole being relaxes, our mind relaxes. So let's feel this shift right now. Take a deep breath and first focus on what's missing in your life, what you lack. Notice the tension, feel the subtle clenching in your body. Now focus to something that you've already attained, something that's already beautiful in your life that you're grateful for. that you're genuinely grateful for. Feel how your breath slows. Feel the warmth spreading in your chest. This is not just psychology, it's physiology. Your nervous system responds differently to lack versus abundance. When you live in the abundance, in the gains that you already have, you begin to embody the very states you once thought would come after success. You come into the feeling of peace, fulfillment, and joy in the now. And from these states, your actions become more inspired, more open, more free, more aligned, more effective. In essence, the feeling comes first, then the manifestation. The being precedes the having. As we bring today's exploration to a close, let's reflect on this profound shift in perspective from the gap to the abundance, from what's missing to what's already here. This distinction lies at the heart of our entire journey together. When you live in the gap, constantly measuring forward against an ideal, you create a perpetual state of not enough yet. But when you choose the abundance, measuring backwards to appreciate how far you've come, you access an immediate sense of fulfillment. In our next session, we'll go deeper into applying this wisdom through a powerful practice that will transform your relationship with your past and practically help you ground in that feeling of appreciation. For the next session, you'll need a pen and paper, so bring that along. Until we meet next time, I invite you to practice this shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, notice how far you've come. Appreciate all the little wins, all the gains in your life. Until next time, sending you lots of love. See you soon.